That is tight. That is incredibly tight. The nature of the sport, how quickly things can turn. Madrid Emotion, one of the three teams on double clear. Razorback International, one of the three teams on double clear. And all of a sudden, fences that fall for Madrid Emotion puts them into fifth place. A run out from Marco Cuccia on 11A. The very tricky double that's just around the corner here throws Razorback International out the window. They finish on 20, and that's a real big blow for them. And then ironically, it's the Saint-Tropez Pirates, the final team on double clear, who, after a fall from Philippe Rosier, watch young Thibaut Philipparts jump a clear to guide his team to a GCL stage win. What a season 2025 is turning out to be for Thibaut Philipparts. He is already heading to the Longines Global Champions Tour Super Grand Prix at the end of the season, and now guides his team to a GCL stage victory. Let's remind you how things end here today in Rabat. It is the Saint-Tropez Pirates who, in the final results, are better than everybody else. Top of the podium for Saint-Tropez, ahead of a handful of teams, of course. Rome Gladiators finish in second place. Istanbul Warriors, that's a really big result for them, finishing in third place. Falcons Ward United will now be the outright leaders going to Riyadh. We'll give you the updated final rankings later on to give you an idea of just how much room they have over the Can Stars, who finish 5 places below them. But the points difference will not be as much as you imagine, because the lower down the table you go, the smaller the points difference becomes. Razorback International finish in 11th place. That's heartbreaking for them. But the fight for the top 4 remains firmly on. You would imagine that the Shanghai Swans, who finish in 15th place today, have escaped just a little bit of drama. They have escaped a little bit of damage, because with a 15th place finish, had the teams around them performed better, they could have seen themselves fall outside of the top 4. But as it stands, spoiler alert, the Shanghai Swans are still inside the top 4, albeit by just a handful of points. We'll bring up the final standings for you maybe in a few moments' time. We are going to get some thoughts and some reaction still here tonight before we hand out and get ready for the podium celebration that will once again see the Istanbul Warriors, Rome Gladiators, and your winners here in Rabat, the Saint-Tropez Pirates, as Philippe Rosier and Thibaut Philipparts will come into the studio a little bit later on. We'll get some thoughts as well, by the way, I believe, from the Scandinavian Vikings, who finish in 6th place today. That's a lovely performance from them. Jur Freeling, Sara Vengarakova, both jumping very well. In fact, a double clear in that second round. But let's show you the rankings and give you an idea as to how things stand at the end of Rabat. The end of the 15th and penultimate stage of Global Champions League 2025. And this is how things look going into the final stage. Falcons Ward United lead. The Dutchman and Jur Freeling, I'm sure, is happy with this. Can Stars, powered by the Iron Dames, in second, now 6 points behind. Prague Lions in third. And then the conversation between the Shanghai Swans, Razorback International. In fact, that Prague Lions, Shanghai Swans, and Razorback International conversation starts to become incredibly interesting. Madrid Emotion with the 5th place finish today. In 6th, Basel Cosmopolitans having some fences down. And another podium for the Istanbul Warriors and a win for the Saint-Tropez Pirates. Now see them in 8th and 9th place. Current ranking after stage 15 here in Rabat. Scandinavian Vikings climb once more and are now looking to try and give themselves as late a start in the GCL Super Cup quarterfinal as possible. And that challenge at the bottom for Paris Panthers after another disappointing day today, finishing in last place. It means minimum points for them. And the Monaco Comets, Doha Falcons, and you would imagine Rome Gladiators have now been given a little bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card. Are we looking at the Paris Panthers missing the GCL Super Cup quarterfinal in Prague later on this year? We welcome the Scandinavian Vikings into the studio. Also, by the way, this is now the official confirmation that even before Riyadh, the Scandinavian Vikings are guaranteed to perform in the GCL Super Cup quarterfinals. So that's good news. Sara, let's start with you. You ladies first, you know this. Thoughts on a second round? That was sensational jumping. Give me your thoughts on what happened there.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was really happy with my second round. I rode just an 8-year-old rock and roll. He jumped amazing. And yeah, it was very important for the team to bring the clear round.
Yeah, Jurgen, gefeliciteerd man. Big performance. What a response, because sometimes when the pressure is on and you have a round two, everyone says, oh, we jumped clear in round two. This is a big question that not many people are able to do. What were you two talking about before round two that produced the results we saw there?
I think we both are lucky that we both have a really good horse, exceptional horses. The only thing is they are really young. 8 and 9 years, as my one was 9 years, has experience from my 8 years old. And I think we started already quite off good in the first round. It gives Sarah a lot of confidence with Constantin. And I think she rode a fantastic good round. So I had to do it, otherwise I would have had a long evening.
You would be in the dog box later on tonight. Sarah, talk to me about rock and roll, because we've been talking a lot this year about young horses, and we're seeing a lot of very good 9-year-olds. It almost feels like 9 is the new 10 or 11, because riders are jumping 9-year-olds like it's normal. It's not normal. The fact that rock and roll is still only 8, how has that development happened so quickly? Because that is amazing for you to have an 8-year-old respond like this. How have you done that?
I think mainly he acts like he's much older. He comes in the ring, he knows his job. He did already a couple of bigger classes. Today was the first time 160 class for him. Actually, he did it so easy, and it's mostly about the mind of the horse, that he really wants to do it. He loves the sport, and that makes the job much easier.
I wonder if you feel this way. Tell me if this is true. I've spoken to a lot of riders who have young horses who jump well, like rock and roll does. And they've said to me, when you have an 8 or a 9-year-old that jumps like this, because he's young and fresh, you feel like you can jump him every single weekend. But there's a danger in that, because you can't give too much too soon. Is that true, how you feel about rock and roll, or is he a little bit different?
Yeah, for sure. We try to think to save him, to don't use him too much, because he's really only 8 years and he has the whole future in front of him. We have to keep his mind good and make him happy. So that's also why I won't ride him the Grand Prix this week. One side you feel like you would love to ride him because he's in great form and he jumps fantastic, but you have to think for the future and just give him the best opportunity to grow up.
You've been doing this for a very long time. To see an 8-year-old jump like that's not normal. Are we in a new era of show jumping? Because watching her do that on this horse at that age, are we entering a new phase of the sport where the 10 is becoming 9 and the 9 is becoming 8? Do you feel like that?
I think we have to watch out with the young horses, and what a lot of people forget. I had rock and roll and in Wien I rode McAllister. I have them in my stable already since young horses. So they are always trained well, they're built up well, they got the confidence, and there's a long way already for the horses before they are here. And I think to build up the horse like that, then you have to have a good team, and I respect all the riders who rode the young horses before and helped us training to get this level.
It's a very long season. We are now in the final stretch before we get to Riyadh, and then we get to Prague. I want to talk about Prague in a few moments' time. Remind me, what is the plan for Riyadh? It's a big final. Every team wants to go out with a bang. What's the plan for Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I think we have more good riders, so that's to Kulixen where we decide where we put in the final. For sure, we also need some experienced horses there. These two horses did it really great, but still young.
Sara, before we let you go, we talk about Riyadh there, let's talk about Prague. The importance of Scandinavian Vikings jumping in that quarterfinal, now officially confirmed. Give me your thoughts on what people can expect from the Scandinavian Vikings in Prague.
I hope we will do the best. For me, it's really important because it's in front of the home nation. I love to come to Prague. Of course, you try to show in the best lights possible. It's really tough, especially it's in the indoor. It's huge courses to jump. So we're going to try to come with the strongest team, strongest horses, and try to do our best.
We all love Prague. We're very happy to be returning to Prague for the GC playoffs later on. A superb second round. Double clear from the Scandinavian Vikings. You're feeling Sara Vanglakova jumping beautifully well today. Let's go off to the podium celebration. Istanbul Warriors, Rome Gladiators, and your winner, the Saint-Tropez Pirates, now enter the ring. Let's go to the podium celebration.
Brilliant news as well. I mean, the Istanbul Warriors, twice on the podium this year, but that's when they won. Now they've found their way to third. Some beautiful trophies out there as well. Well, they making their way over for the presentation of awards, and of course that means in a moment it's time to get up on to the podium. Well, finishing there in third, the Istanbul Warriors. Hassan Sentuk and Simon Delest. Of course, well done Ollie Fletcher as well. He delivered his part of the equation with that clear in the opening round. And it's those in the second round that stand on the podium. The Istanbul Warriors finished third, powered by Carpe Diem Equestrian Team. Meanwhile, in second place, they won it last year. They're on the podium now for 2025. Rome Gladiators, powered by Cavaliere Toscana, Peter Fredriksson and Manuel Guriano. But they couldn't overcome the team at the top, because the team at the top made sure they had a score that bettered them all. And for the second time in 2025, they find their way once more to the top step, as they did in Cannes. It is the Saint-Tropez Pirates, Philippe Rosier and Thibaut Philipparts taking to the top step. Delighted for Philippe that he gets the opportunity to stand up there as he'll be closing down to the five-star part of his career. Well, presentations heading our way. Of course, the rider's up there. And here he comes to present the trophy. And congratulations from Jan Tops. So I mentioned the president and founder of the GCL starts with the presentation of third place, the founder and the man behind all of this quite phenomenal tour that stretches across the globe. Consider compete on all these different continents. Well done in second there to the Rome Gladiators, powered by Cavaliere Toscana. Well done, better into Emanuele, and that is Dennis Monticolo from the GCL. But it is all about the win today, as it always would be in a sport that loves to see the winners on the top step of the podium. And well done to Saint-Tropez Pirates, to Philippe Rosier, to Thibaut Philipparts. Of course, to the teams behind them as well, the horses Dirty Sweet, Leandro in the second round. Trophies held high.
There are the victims, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, they were the winners in Cannes. They were the top three in Madrid, and they've now scored.
Well done to everybody. Well, they're going to head back, I think, in a moment to their horses. It's a good moment for a photo. Well, smiles all round. Always good to see, and we do know how well the riders get on in this sport as a rule. A lot of camaraderie between them all, despite the fact that they may not be competing against each other or on different teams. Making it look very easy there. It's always good when the camera hides the step. But then Philippe went and pulled it back and was like, I need that too. What a day, what a sport, what twists, what tales, what a setup for the final in Riyadh in a couple of weeks' time. The Global Champions League is not settled yet. Valkenswaard lead Cannes by 6 points going in to the final in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Prague, Shanghai and Riesenbeck, of course, battling it out for the top 4 places on the table. But today, Riesenbeck let it slip when it was potentially in their grasp to give themselves the advantage. So Prague, though, have made the most of it. But ultimately, today, it it comes down to these three teams. In third to Istanbul Warriors. Well done to them. For the first time on the podium this year, a high for the Rome Gladiators, the winners here 12 months ago. But it was all in the end about one team. They led from the round one right the way to the top of the podium in round number 2. Well done, Philippe Rosier, to Thibaut Philipparts, the winners of the Global Champions League for the GCL of Rabat. It is indeed the Saint-Tropez Pirates. Till the next time, we'll be back in Riyadh.
Istanbul Warriors, founded by Captain Diabète Sciatique, Salvador Saint-Tropez, Podium Affection, soyez bien pour nous seuls. Pour entendre vos applaudissements à l'unisson dans les tribunes, vous soyez pour saluer la victoire 2025 de la Global Champions League. Les Saint-Tropez Pirates, ça vous attend. Well, a huge well done to the Saint-Tropez Pirates, leading to the top 10 of the Global Champions League. The Red Gladiators taking second.
What a night for the Global Champions League and for the Saint-Tropez Pirates, who go on to claim victory here in stage 15 of the GCL. We once again find ourselves on Moroccan soil here in Rabat, the only stage to take place here in Africa as we continue to expand and continue to grow. The Longines Global Champions Tour. To be an outstanding afternoon. Philippe Rosier and Thibaut Philipparts will be joining us in the studio in a few moments' time. We'll also hear from the Rome Gladiators and the Istanbul Warriors as Oliver Fletcher, Simon de Lestre, as well as Peter Fredriksson and Emanuele Gaudiano come and speak to Dan Strange. But for now, the Saint-Tropez Pirates, I see them coming up. And I see the delivery of a trophy as well. Let's show you the results as we get the Saint-Tropez Pirates ready for the studio. A reminder as to how things ended here in Rabat this afternoon, GCL stage 15 in Morocco, and it all belongs to the Saint-Tropez Pirates as the Rome Gladiators finish in second place and the Istanbul Warriors finish in third. Falkenswaard, that is big for the championship, finish in fourth. Madrid in Motion and the Scandinavian Vikings finish in 5 and 6. Prague Lions in 7. Mexico Amigos in front of the Kun Stars, powered by the Iron Dames, who do not capitalize on some faults and fences that fall in and around their closest rivals. Razorback International will be disappointed with 20. Shanghai Swans, where did a 32 come from? And I'm afraid for the Paris Panthers, yet again, bottom of a stage as they finish on 46 penalties, last behind the Doha Falcons. But that brings us to the point where this beautiful giant trophy now gets brought into the arena. First place, Rabat 2025 at the Global Champions League, as the Saint-Tropez Pirates join us in the studio. Philippe Rosier, I think the last time you and I spoke may have been Saint-Tropez.
Yes.
I think so. Yes. It's been a long time. I have missed you. I have missed you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Give me your thoughts. Congratulations on a superb GCL day today. Give me your thoughts on what happened today.
Yes, and a little bit pressure for a little bit. Okay, the first one is perfect, and Thibaut is fantastic, young, ready for the future.
He is the future. He is the future.
He's the future, Thibaut.
You
Sure.
and I have been talking a lot over the last couple of weeks, and now we get to talk to you as a GCL stage winner. He jokes about your age. You are a young man, but to carry the weight of a GCL team needing to jump clear in the final round to win the stage, what was going through your mind before you came out today?
Yeah, I looked Philip and he had one down, so I knew I could have one down. I had to be clear. I just trusted the quality of my horse. He jumped amazing. I'm just happy to have a good swing at horse at the moment. I have a good team at home with my parents and family supporting me all the way. I'm very grateful for this, and at the moment I'm just enjoying everything.
Oh, enjoy it you should. Enjoy it you should. Philip, talk to me about Dirty Sweet. It's very smooth, very comfortable.
Yes, he's the nice mare, very, very brave, very strong, and ready for jump every time. It's easy for me for rides, much better. And no, it's a super mare. And my first horse is my Grand Prix horse for the first round. Donc ready for Sunday.
Thibaut, what was this line like? We saw a lot of fences falling. He had 11A, 11B, this double next to VIP. You kept it up. A lot of riders took it down. What was so difficult, you think, about this line coming into the double?
Yeah, the last part of the course today was quite tricky. We were quite lucky. We could watch a few. I think I was just lucky. Everything came good and smooth, and I was maybe a bit far away from the combination, but Leandro jumped amazing today, so it's very happy to have a horse like him today.
Tell us more about Leandro, because only 9 years of age. You say a young man, as a young horse as well. You jumping a 9-year-old like that, Thibaut, in a final round to win a GCL. Tell us more about Leandro. What is Leandro like back home? What's the character like?
Yeah, he's a very strong character. He knows what he wants, but I think every good horse needs something special. I have him for a year now, and he's improving every week. He's getting more and more experience, because he doesn't have so much experience and me neither. And he still takes me around to this course, so I'm very happy.
Philippe, what happens for Riyadh? It's in a couple of weeks' time. Can you tell us who goes to Riyadh for Saint-Tropez?
I don't know. I don't know for the moment. It's maybe.
Still to be decided.
It's very important for me. It's my last year for 5 stars.
Okay.
Yes, and normally my 5 stars outside is the last in Rabat, and the last indoor is in Lyon in 1 week. And for my age first, and place for young is much better for me. Not comfortable the 5 stars and big jump, 45 years every week. And now it's important for me to finish very good for me first. For me first. Normally it's my 2 last 5 stars for my career.
It's been a pleasure to watch you. Pleasure to have you. Thibaut, Philippe, thank you very much. Congratulations. You guys have a press conference to get to. The winners of Rabat 2025, the Saint-Tropez Pirates, better than the rest in the Global Champions League. Let's get some thoughts and some reaction from the rest of our podium finishers.
Peter, you came into today the only team without a podium in the GCL this season. You've changed that. How much did the performance from Rome and watching Rome as you did drive what you and Emanuele have just done?
Well, I thought it was about time now for a podium place. So,
Emanuele, just talk us through the performance of the 2 horses, because your horse jumped sensationally. Peder's horses just continuing great form. 4 clear rounds in a row now for Al Capone. Just talk us through how these horses are delivering for you.
Yeah, for sure. When you are in the team with Peder, you have a guarantee. And then it's easier you have no stress. It's easier to ride. Okay, my horse jumped not so bad today. He had 2 mistakes, one in the first round, one in the second round. But normally, yeah, a bit unlucky, I think, in the second round. One oxer jumped a little bit empty. Yeah, but I'm happy with him.
Peter, just to step away from your team for a moment, you've got young, talented show-jumping sons. You just watched Thibaut Philippart's jump sensationally. How impressed are you by the youth of the GCL that we have?
yeah, I was. I'm always sharing for him. Just today I wasn't, because I wanted to have him one down. We would have won. But he's an incredibly strong rider. Rides really well, and today he showed he has really the mentality that you need to have. And I think these shows are also a very good place to develop your riding.
In Rome, it was Paris and Doha's chance to get a podium and really do their chances of a GC playoff place great good. Here you've done that and you've pretty much secured that spot now. How important is that GC playoff place for the Rome Gladiators?
Of course, for us it's important podium because we went before Rabat in the 16th place, and that's been a little bit risk for Prague. But I think now that we step up a little bit, few places. Yeah, I will be in Riyadh, and we will try it again.
Fabulous this weekend, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rome Gladiators giving some thoughts and some reaction. A superb podium for Peter Fredriksson and Emanuele Guardiano here in Rabat as they finish in second place on 8 penalties, just in front of the Istanbul Warriors, powered by the Carpe Diem equestrian team. Hassan Senturk with 4, Simon de Lestre with a clear in that second round to follow up on the clear of Oliver Fletcher in the first round. Let's then get the thoughts of the Istanbul Warriors and yet another podium finish.
Simon, this season for the Istanbul Warriors has been a bit of an emotional roller coaster, I should imagine. What is it like to be part of this team, and congratulations on another podium?
Thank you. We are really happy for our result from today. But I would say this year we have been unlucky many times, and also we had a lot of great success. I think we had a really amazing team and a fantastic team spirit. Thank you to all the people from this team. I really enjoy. We always fight strong, and we have some really, I would say, really great results. We want to do better, and maybe we will fight stronger for next year.
Hassan, I just want to come to you as your phone was going off in your pocket. The congratulations coming in already. I want to talk about the form of Avantois, because since Riesenbeck and through this season generally, this horse just getting better and better.
Yeah, I'm so happy with this little fella, and he helped me a lot in the course, and he's getting better. And then this is my second year with the horse, and then he's 100% better than last year. And Riesenbeck, he won one class, and he jumped here great. It was my fault. I had the first fence down. It was a bit like a slow start, but the rest he did a lot with me, and then he was clear rest of the course, and then I'm so happy with him.
Ollie, I'm just going to come to you. Clear in the first round on Pocahontas, and when you look at the roster that you've got in this team, and you look at the form that you're now finding towards the GC playoffs, hopes must be really, really high of a potential surprise in Prague for this team.
Yeah, hopefully it's not a surprise. We're backing ourselves anyway. So, yeah, one more nice result in Riyadh, and then let's try and go all the way in Prague.
Gents, congratulations today. Istanbul Warriors back on the podium. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Hassan Senturk, Simon de Lestre and Oliver Fletcher giving us some thoughts and reaction. A good podium for the Istanbul Warriors, who then, just on time, lose out to the Rome Gladiators. But the night belongs to the Saint-Tropez Pirates, who, with Thibaut Philippart and Philippe Rosier, finished top of the overall here today. Let's talk overall. Let's talk ranking. Let's talk about the impact of Rabat here on the GCL overall ranking, because now there has been an update to the table. There has been an update to the standings, as now Valkenswaard United and the Cannes Stars, who were both on 277 points coming into Rabat, well, that is now no longer the case after Valkenswaard United, who finish in front of Cannes Stars, open up the tiniest of windows, the smallest gap. They now have a 6-point lead. The Cannes Stars, powered by the Iron Dames, need to overtake a 7-point difference to win the Global Champions League once again in 2025. Riesenbeck International, powered by Horse Gym. They missed a golden opportunity today. A run out from Kutscher meant that they then finished on a huge amount of penalties today, eventually finishing on, let's try and find it, eventually finishing on 20 penalties to finish in 11th. Because of that, they don't close the gap on the Shanghai Swans as much as they would like. The Prague Lions are only 3 in front of Shanghai. So between Prague, Shanghai and Riesenbeck, one of those teams is going to finish inside the top 4. One of those teams is then going to be jumping a GCL Super Cup semi-final, and there's going to be heartbreak for one of those teams who are going to finish in 5th place and be forced to jump a GCL Super Cup quarter-final. Saint-Tropez Pirates climb into the top 9. The Istanbul Warriors now in 8th. And unfortunately for the Paris Panthers, who remain rooted to the bottom of the table, it looks destined that they will not play a part in the upcoming GC playoffs taking place in Prague in a couple of weeks' time. That is a wrap from the Global Champions League. A lot more to come from the Longines Global Champions to a Grand Prix of Rabat. That is still to follow on a fabulous weekend here in Morocco. So stay with us as we get ready to talk more about the Longines Global Champions to a Grand Prix. Good night.
Beating heart of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, the season reaches its defining moment. A city where heritage meets ambition, setting the stage for an epic finale. This is the ultimate test, the last stop where champions are made and legends are crowned. Every stride could crush dreams or seal triumph. Join the Longines Global Champions Tour of Riyadh from October 30th to November 1st.